And they say they poop don't stink.
That's cap. Stop the cap.
Come and tap in with the Jacksons. We living, we learning, we laughing. No capping, we all about action, 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 yeah. Jesus is our main attraction. We glorify him with our passions. No capping, we all about action, 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 yeah.
Tap in with the Jacksons.
Tap in with the Jacksons.
You know we about that action.
You know we about that action.
Tap in with the Jacksons.
Tap in with the Jacksons.
You know we about that action.
Yo.
Welcome back to the Jacksons in action.
Welcome back. All right, then. Welcome back to the Jacksons in action. Hey, y'all, we are excited to be here.
I was trying to give y'all a nice little intro song.
We already got a 30-second intro song.
But a part 2.
Speaking of that, do y'all enjoy our 30-second intro song every time, or do y'all want us to shorten it? We probably gonna keep it the way it is. I think it's like 30 seconds, and I like the song. Don't you like the song?
I like the song.
I think the song is very important. I think it describes us very well. Another just random fact, since we just kind of being random. I always wear black t-shirts. They are clean. I'm not wearing the same shirt every day.
Yes, he is.
I'm wearing, y'all see me in black shirts every day. It is a different shirt. I got several. I really got like
10.
Yeah, I got like 10 black t-shirts, and my wife does our laundry very often. So thank you, wife.
Once a week.
Because black is my theme color. I love black. So you probably always see me in black. I might change, my birthday this month. So might try some new things.
Just be you. That's you. That's you.
I love black. It's always gonna be black with something else, for real. But
black is like a classic. Black is like, I don't know. It's a perfect go-to. You can never go wrong with black.
Yeah.
Like it's edgy, it's urban, but it can also be sleek and classy too.
Facts, man. This episode. What's the title of this episode, baby?
Y'all, here's the deal. I need y'all all to just get your cups.
Get a cup.
And keep pouring.
Keep pouring. That was great. I didn't know where she was going at first, but she did it.
Because that is the title.
She did it. Keep pouring.
Of today's episode is Keep Pouring.
Keep pouring, man.
Husband. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you good.
All right. Yeah, so keep pouring, y'all. So last week we talked about relationships and, our circles, and times before on our vlog, we've talked about relationships.
We've talked about like our relationship.
Yeah, our relationship.
We've talked about our relationship.
Our relationship with other people. We've talked about, how like seasons change and you have to cut some people off and back away and prioritize things. Boundaries. Yeah.
Saying no.
Yeah, saying no. We talk about those things a lot. Mm-hmm. But I don't want y'all to get it twisted. Like, oh man, the Jacksons are. Oh man, if they cut you off, or if they in another season, you just can't talk to them ever, or no, they just don't talk to people no more. They no
mess up once and you're cut out of it.
No, we don't work like that. All right, now and then this is something that God really convicted me on, because this past week, I got an unexpected phone call from somebody that used to be real tight in my circle, and I'm learning their place in my circle now. And for a while I can be honest, like I was like, no, this person cut off. They never getting in there. They just gonna stay in the furthest circle ever away from me, the circle of life, and they never getting back in this circle. But God really brought to my attention, and even my wife, like in the last episode, she talked about this a little bit, just about how like we shouldn't be so quick to cut people off. Like of course, don't ignore the red flags, but then still give people grace. And then like relationships take work. Mm-hmm. Like, hey, look at us. We about to celebrate how many years of marriage, baby? I know, I'm just saying if you know.
Okay, I was about to say 4.
We about to celebrate 4 years of marriage.
4 whole years, y'all. This mug has flown by.
It really has. It really has
flown by. It's
crazy.
Wild.
I met this young lady when she was 19 and now she's 25.
I met this young man when he was 22, and now he's about to be 28.
That's wild.
Holy moly.
That's crazy. That's really crazy.
Wow.
But just even looking at us, you see us here, and y'all see us smiling and happy. We are in a great place in our marriage, but there's been times where even recording these vlogs.
Y'all seen those. You remember the raw and uncut?
Right, yeah, the raw and uncut. Ooh. Like there have been times even in these vlogs where we've been very ugly with each other and had some very challenging times, but yet we're still here.
We're still here.
We're still here. And that is because we do what, baby? What's the title of this lesson?
We keep on pouring.
We keep on pouring.
We keep on pouring. And the thing is, when you know you're called to a certain relationship, whether that is a partner, like, and I say partner specifically because I don't know what stage you're at.
Yeah.
That is like just an umbrella term. So whether you are dating them, you are engaged to them, or you are married to them, or whatever.
Or even if it's just a friend.
Or
we're not just talking about romantic relationships.
Or a friend, or a family member, or like there's a mentor, a mentee. Like there's so many different kinds of relationships, and we didn't want to really just, cap this off just for romantic relationships, because this can really go for all
every
relationships.
Relationship, every type.
But the thing is, like when you know that you are called to a certain relationship, and like that goes back to what we talked about last week about, when you've like really assessing where does this person sit in my circle. And the thing is, sometimes people change too.
Yeah.
So just really like staying in tune with God and like asking him, okay, where is this person at? Are they close? Are they far? Like, how do I go about this? What is the purpose and mission behind this relationship? Assessing all of those things, right? From the previous episode that we did. When you know that this person is meant to be in your life for this season or for however long, then okay, I need to keep on pouring. Things are going to be ugly sometimes. Things are going to be hard. You're going to hurt their feelings sometimes. Vice
hurt your feelings,
all those things. But the thing is, relationships help you guys or help us grow and mature. And it's one of God's ways of pruning us, really, like pruning away the selfishness, helping us to see ourselves. A lot of people say marriage is a mirror, because it's inside of marriage that like you really get to see yourself, like your real self for the first time. And I can definitely vouch for that, because there were several just different things that was within me and things I didn't realize I struggled with or battled with until I got married. And I'm not going to lie, that first couple of years, I thought he was the crazy psycho one, making me act out or pulling these different things out. And I'm like, then God made me realize, no, that's always been there, but nobody's ever been this close to you to be able to trigger those things. And that's why I have you in this moment.
Yeah, that's good. So the basic of this this episode, like my wife even gave the analogy in the last episode as well, talking about a flower. But just think about a flower. Like if you don't water those plants, they're going to die. And so you got to keep pouring. And so we just gonna hop on into these 3 points. We all we be giving y'all 3-point sermons. So
3 points, but we give you 3 points with a bonus point at the beginning and a bonus point at the end.
We do sometimes. So let's go hop on into it. Let's get it.
Point number 1 is you got to be real.
Be real. Be real. Like exactly what it says. That's exactly what you need to do. Exactly. Like I was saying in the previous section of this episode, when I was talking about the relationship, when I got the unexpected call, part of me did not want to answer it, if I'm being honest. Part of me did not want to answer it because I'm like, here we go. I'm pretty sure this going to be the same old, But in that phone call, I couldn't let it be the same old. I had to let be known, like, this is something that just has to be addressed for our relationship to continue, or for us to even have a relationship, a friendship, a brotherhood. Like we can't just let this elephant be in the room, because sometimes, like, just be real with yourself. We all done been in positions where somebody done hurt you, or you done hurt somebody, and you kind of feel that you hurt them, but y'all just not talking about it. Y'all just acting like everything normal, just keep going on. First off, that's awkward, and it's very toxic.
Yeah.
If that is going on in your circle, you need to speak up. You need to be real, and just be real and be like, yeah, even though it's uncomfortable, like nobody want to hear like, oh man, like you hurt me, you did me wrong, or like I really don't like you right now. Like nobody want to hear that, but sometimes it's necessary, or not sometimes, all the time it's necessary if you want to heal that relationship. Like with me and my wife, when we go through tough times, like we go through those tough times and we got to have those hard conversations like, yo, you hurt me, or oh, this hurt. Like, I can't just ignore this feeling. In order to heal, in order to keep pouring away, to continue to pour into a relationship, you got to be real. Let's put the real, I know it's not really spelled in relationship like that, but let's put the real in relationships, all right?
Yeah,
like, if you want your relationship to grow, you got to be real and you got to address the hurt.
Mm-hmm. And here's the deal, y'all. You have to be real with them, but you also need to be real with yourself.
And allow them to be real with you. I forgot to say that.
And allow them to be real with you, because here's the deal. It takes two to tango. In all honesty, like majority of the time, I don't want to even give a percentage, but a lot of the times what causes relationships to end is not just one person. It's both people.
That's good.
Like, or, you know, maybe they did the dirt, but you triggered them. Or maybe they did the dirty work, but you were ignoring their feelings and their cry for helps.
Yeah.
Or, you know, so like be real with yourself as also like in the process, really examine yourself, like not dismissing your emotions or and your feelings and like any hurt that you may experience. But at the same time, you need to allow God to like reveal yourself to you, because that's how you grow. That's how you mature. And that's how you grow and your relationships and deepen them as well.
Yeah.
And just continue becoming the fullness of who you were created to be.
Yo, that's real good, baby. And that's actually a perfect segue into the next point.
Point number 2 is you gotta give grace.
Give grace, like for real,
grace.
Like for real, like and that, like I said, that segue what my wife just said. Like, man, we are all human. Like everybody on this earth, I think like all animals in general, every animal that God created, they got to go to the restroom. I'm just making it real. I'm just keeping it real, people. Every animal, every creature, I believe every creature that God created has to go to the restroom.
Husband, where in the world are you going with this?
And guess what? Guess what? Sometimes we got to do a thing that we call the number 2, and sometimes it's stink. Or no, all the time it's stink.
Not all the time. I've heard of people getting real healthy, and they say they poop don't stink.
That's cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. But nah, for real, where I was going with that is like, we all human. We all do some things that stink. You done lied before. You done been jealous before. You done been mad before. You done been talked about somebody before. Yeah, you done been ugly before. You not just picture perfect.
We all got skeletons in our closets.
Come on, even if you speak in tongues, that you done spoken some other tongues before. Like for real. Like let's just be real. Let's be real. Like, and so give grace. Like give grace. You never know what a person is going through. Like for real. Like you so give grace just for the fact that we are human, period. And then give grace because you never know what a person is going through. Like, just think, like, yes, we all have people in our circles, but guess what? We're not the only person in that circle. You know, that person might be married. They might be going through something in their marriage that they ain't talking about. Like, for real. That person has parents. Their parents may be going through a storm, and that storm is affecting them. That person may have children. Their children may not feel good. Like, just like, for real, like, we live in a world, and I said this before, like, we don't have time for high-maintenance people that act like the world revolve around them. Like, if that's bad. Like, because the world does not revolve around us. The world doesn't revolve around no human being. Like, for real, it doesn't. You gotta think about the big picture. Like, you're not the only one that got a job. You're not the only one that got bills to pay. You know, like, other people got things to do too. So, like, if somebody isn't being the greatest to you, that's not always like a shot to you. Like, it's not, it may not be always, you know, because they did something wrong. Like, this is something that we learn in our marriage all the time. Like, when I'm going through something in my wife, like, yeah, my wife might have did something that I didn't like, or might have hurt my feelings just a little bit, or just might have just did something small that just added to the fire. Yeah, or just had an attitude. Like, she might just added something small to the fire where I'm going through some stuff that they ain't even got to do with her. Yeah. But she may be feeling like my attitude or how I'm feeling is based off of her, when it's not. I'm just battling these other things, like as a man, like, man, I got these bills to pay. I don't know where this money coming from. Man, this ain't happened right. Or, man, I physically don't feel good. You know, like, man, I'm physically dealing with this illness or with this disease. Like, you never know. Everybody has something that they're going through. So you got to give grace when pouring into relationship.
Yeah.
Like if somebody ain't answering your call every time you call or answering your text, I promise you're not the only person calling and texting their phone.
Look,
like, for real.
here's the deal. I tell this to all my female friends, like especially for people that I'm just like starting to get to know. My female friends who are like in my life and I've talked to, like, you know, have been rocking with me for a while, already know this. But like I always say this to my female friends. Like if you are a grown woman out here trying to do something with your life, trying to pay your bills, trying to just survive, I'm not going to be mad if you don't get right back to my text messages.
Come on.
I'm not going to get all fussy if it's like tonight when you respond back to me. You know what? I'm not even going to get mad if you don't respond to me till the end of the week or next week. I don't why? Because it's bigger than me. Like, I know that you are out here, like you're working, you're trying to get this bag. And then especially if you are like in a relationship or especially if you have kids. Oh my goodness, if you have kids, like then I give you even more grace. Like, I'm like, sis, don't even stress about responding to me. Get back to me when you have the energy. And like when you get back to me, dope, I'll respond when I have a chance. And we're going to keep on going, right?
That's good.
We may have to be stuck on the same conversation for 2 weeks, but hey, we're building.
No, that's real.
But so give
That's
grace
good.
to people. But on the flip side, like outside of like not knowing what's going on in people's lives, another reason why you need to give grace to people is because we're all growing out here. We're all maturing. We all have stories. Like we all have reasons why we're low-key a little messed up. Right? That sounds terrible. That sounds depressing. But like we all have a testimony. We all have a story. But the thing is, like there's certain miracles that God works immediately. And then there's other healings and miracles that he works over time.
That's good.
And one thing that I've been learning over the past couple of years is that there are people out there, there are good people out there who have very different personalities than I've ever experienced before. And that's been hard because like I thought that like I knew people. I really love psychology, so I like to study people and I like to study like why people do the things that they do, this, that, and third. And then bam, I moved out to Atlanta and like I couldn't guess what people's moods were. I couldn't guess like what people's responses were. I couldn't guess why they were making this facial expression or why they responded that way. And like I would think somebody was being rude. In actuality, they were just chill. Give people grace. Take the chance to get to know somebody who's completely different than you. And you'll recognize that oftentimes, like they're actually a decent person and they're also still growing, just like you.
Facts. Yeah, we all different. And then the last thing, just real quick, far as just giving grace, like seriously, just the golden rule. Treat others how you want to be treated. Do you want that same grace to be shown back to you? Do you want somebody to be mad because you ain't text them back ASAP? No, you don't. So don't be mad when somebody ain't text you back ASAP, you know, because we all got responsibilities. And like my wife said, we all really out here trying to figure this thing out.
Point number 3 is you got to make time.
Make time. A great brother of mine told me something. If you really want to do something, you just got to do it.
Facts.
It's always going to be an excuse. You always going to be like, oh man, but I got this the next day. Oh man, but I got to do this too. I got to do this too. I got to do this too. But if you really value something, you're going to make time for it. And one of those things, he was referring to me like, because I was talking about, man, I want to learn how to play the piano, which I still haven't done. Because I did start, but I didn't continue to make the time for it. I kind of let it slide. But I made times for other things that I needed to make time for because I wanted to do them. I wanted to get done. And so like, you know, like we got the excuse of like, we all are. Like, don't get me wrong. We got crazy busy schedules, you know, and I know a lot of y'all out there got crazy busy schedules. We got crazy busy schedules, like, and sometimes it really is hard to get people's schedules to align because, like, we're entrepreneurs. Like, some of our friends that we want to spend time with aren't entrepreneurs. So the hours that we are free, they're working, or vice versa. The hours they're free, we're working, you know? And so, like, sometimes it is hard to make those schedules happen. But where you can link up But if you really value that person, you're going to make time for it. Like, and that's something that, you know, me and my wife learned, like, even in our marriage. Like, if we really want to spend quality time for each other, we really got to make time for it.
Or if we want a happy marriage, if we want a happy marriage, we got to make time for it. We got to make time for each other.
For sure, we got to make time for each other. And that's something we fell at a lot of times. Like, even, like, just be real. Like, here lately, we've been trying to get a new schedule, and my wife is great at scheduling things, like, great at getting an idea schedule. Like, it's a perfect schedule.
I don't always stick to it.
But, I'm talking about me. Like, she make a perfect schedule for me. But I'm nowhere near close to sticking to it, you know? And, like, we struggle with our schedule. Like, we say, like, oh, from this time, it's just going to be our time. We just going to do dinner. We just going to do Netflix. We just going to do stuff to pour into us. But then here comes life, and we got responsibilities, and sometimes we let go of those things. But, like, and then we see the fruit of it sometimes in our relationship, but we make those times in other areas. So you got to make time. That's the thing, like, learning time. I literally say this in a new song. We actually just shot the music video to it tonight. I say you can always get more money, but you cannot get more time. I just want you to let that sink in real quick. You can always get more money, but you cannot get more time. And this is something that I'm thinking about as I'm getting older. I'm about to be 28, and God been really challenging me lately. Like, think about the long haul. Like, think about in the long haul. Like, we're not going to be here forever. We're not. It's just real. And life is short. Like, you never know. And so, like, even as we're talking about this, like, I'm convicted and I got to do my job. Like, it's another great brother that reached out to me that I haven't talked to in a long time, but it's a relationship I still value very dearly. And I told him I was going to get back to him, and I haven't got back to him yet. So even in this moment, I'm convicted, you know, like, I got to make time. I got to schedule this out and let this person know, like, no, I value you. So I really want to challenge y'all in this episode. Like, man, just look at your relationships and look at people that maybe some people that you've been, you know, not responding to their message as soon as should, or you haven't been giving them a call back and they've been calling, and especially if you said you were going to hit them back, like, really do that. Really make time, you know, because life is short and you want to show people that you value them, especially if they're meant to be in your life. Now, I'm not just talking about no random. I'm not just talking about go call every family member right now.
No,
like,
definitely.
But if there's somebody that you know you value and
the people that are,
your life, like,
are meant to be in those closer circles. The people that, like, God will show you, like, and identify for you, like, specific people. He'll place people on your heart. That just leads me to, like, I want us to look at this in a practical, like, from a practical perspective. Okay, we're all busy out here. So maybe we don't have that extra time to just be hanging out with people. Or maybe we don't even have that extra energy, because that's real. Like, hanging out with people, like, it does take energy, especially if you're an ambivert or an introvert like me. But practically, what are some ways that, like, how can you actually cultivate and pour into relationships? That way, you know, you're staying filled up, the other person's staying filled up, et cetera, et cetera. For one, phone calls. Y'all, phone calls, okay? Ever since we moved to the ATL, or the ATL area, y'all, if you've ever been to Atlanta, y'all know these drive times be ridiculous.
Facts.
Ridiculous.
Big
it is
facts. Not
abnormal for you to have to drive an hour or an hour and a half or gosh dang near 2 hours because of stupid traffic. That's a whole nother, I was about to go into a rant. But I'm going to hold my tongue, okay? So in that time, one thing I've started doing is if I have a long drive, I will call a family member. I will call my mom, or I'll call my sister or something like that. And I'll use that time because I know, like, when I'm at home, I'm normally busy. So I don't really like being on the phone, because normally when I'm at home, I'm trying to get stuff done. But when I'm in the car, I ain't doing nothing except for driving. And so I love taking that time, because that's a solid hour that I can spend speaking to somebody about a whole bunch of, not nothing, but, you know, pouring into that relationship. Yeah. Another option is, like, text messages, but not even text messages, audio messages, y'all. That is, like,
I love audio messages.
Yeah, I've gotten that from you. But literally, that is how, like, my close relationships, my closest, like, friendships, that is literally how I cultivated, or we cultivated that friendship, was through audio messages. And still to this day, when we like get really busy and we don't have a ton of time to be able to spend with each other, or even like talk on the phone, we will literally keep a conversation going for an entire week through audio messages.
Yeah.
And so like things like that, but then also taking that time to like go grab a coffee with a friend, or another thing I'm trying to get into, like God's been really putting on my heart lately, is if he puts somebody in my heart, if I wake up thinking about somebody, like somebody random, or just in general during the day, even if it's somebody I've not spoken to in a long time, like I'm trying to start just shooting them a really quick message of saying, hey, I was thinking about you, or I was just talking about you, or I just thought of blah, 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 blah. I hope you're doing good. I just want you to know that I love you, blah, 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 whatever. Stay encouraged. Just a quick message just to like reach out to people, because we can get so busy that we forget to do the little things like that.
Yeah.
And so like, and you never know why God puts somebody on your heart.
That's
like
good.
You never know what that message will do for them.
That's good. I love that, baby. So literally, like, we want to challenge y'all, like, be practical. Like my wife said, like, find those times, those pocket of times, or maybe for you, it's instead of driving, maybe it's you doing laundry,
That's
where
good.
you, instead of listening to a podcast, call somebody, you know, cleaning, like, just make time, because it's very important. It's very important. So,
yeah.
All right.
Alrighty-os. We did it.
We did it.
That's it. You don't got anything?
No.
Okay, bet. Y'all, thank you so much for lasting through to the end of this. We appreciate you guys so, so much.
For real.
And to end this video, you guys, we want to challenge you with something. We want you to put one of these points to practice this week.
That's good. Be real.
Be real. Either be real,
Give grace, make time.
or make time. And then when you
do all three of them, really.
Yeah, do all three of them. But specifically on the second part of this challenge is we want you to reach out to somebody today that either you've been trying to build with, or somebody that you haven't talked to in a long time, that maybe God puts on your heart. Reach out to them. To pour into those relationships. And then when you've done this challenge, come back and comment below just the results of it, or your thoughts,
or just comment how you make time for somebody.
How you made time for somebody.
Or just how it touched you in general. Just let us know. So with that being said, y'all already know what we need y'all to do, and that's what, baby?
Y'all, we need you guys to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and be sure to hit that bell notification, because we're coming to you guys every Wednesday.
Yep.
And then last but not least, please share this with 3 people. Share this with 3 people.
She's challenging y'all.
I'm challenging y'all, okay? Share this with 3 people who could just benefit from this.
We love y'all.
We love you guys.
As always, stay love driven.
Yes.
Keep living, learning, and laughing.
Yes.
And we'll see y'all next time.
We'll see y'all next time. Bye.
Peace.